Eastern guys, and they're great, but they have so much body hair. I hate body hair.
Why don't you like Indian guys?
I never met one that was nice enough to date. That's why.
Okay, why Asian?
I'm a pretty tall girl, and stereotypically, Asian men are pretty short.
What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about, are Indian men just plain straight up unattractive? And if you are new to the channel, my name's Nayar, and this is a channel where we discuss men's lifestyle, mental health, dating, relationships, male life, and so much more. So please be sure to get the likes up, hit the subscribe button, help me push this content out. And with all that being said, let's hop into the video. The way that women are perceiving you when it comes to attraction, when it comes to biology, when it comes to evolution, different races, it all plays a factor into attraction. All right, so many statistics out there, right, with dating apps. And I've always say, you know, statistics don't show the whole side of the story, right? But when it comes to dating apps, the statistics are showing things how Indian men get the least amount of swipes on, right? There's so many videos out there, reels, just making fun of Indian men, calling them smelly, curry cell. You know, trust me, man, I've seen it all, I've heard it all right? But the problem here isn't necessarily that you're unattractive. The first thing you need to consider is your niche appeal. Your niche appeal, as opposed to a white dude or a black dude, is just not gonna be as high in America. Now, that doesn't mean it's over. That doesn't mean it's completely doom and gloom. It just means you're going to need to put in a lot more effort as opposed to, you know, a white dude in America, right? And that's just not Indian men. It's a lot of other minorities in America as well. I'm somebody who's constantly been on a looks maxing journey. I've been working on my looks, working on my style a lot over the past year, really. And I myself have noticed just the female gaze. I've noticed the difference it makes, all right? And a lot of Indian men, they could go up literally just a point or two if they just add that edginess, add that riz to their outfit, man. You know, a lot of Indian guys, they're still dressing like, I see it all the time with friends, family friends, just other Indian people out there. They're dressing like their mom just dressed them. They're wearing designer brand clothing, right? Their hygiene's absolutely shit, okay? They don't have the best physique in the world, all right? Not saying you need to be super ripped, but at least get into a somewhat toned, lean body type. Get rid of all the fat, okay? Get your body fat down to like 14%, at least 15%, 14%, around that range. And trust me, when you do that, you will just stand out tremendously as an Indian guy. I'll be honest, you know, from a look standpoint, I'm not the best looking dude in the world. You know, I personally give myself between a 6, you know, not quite yet a 7, but I give myself like a 6 to a 6.5 on looks. And even then, I just stand out tremendously. That's the thing, a lot of Indian guys just don't put in that fucking effort. They're dressed like absolute shit. They just don't have that risk to them. They don't have that edge to them. They don't work on their looks. Again, the 3 main points that will get you ahead of so many other guys out there, especially your other Indian homies out there. The way for you to stand out as an Indian guy is to work on your physique, your hygiene, and your style. When it comes back to that point of niche appeal in America, you take hypothetically like the white version of me, right? If you have a guy that looks similar to me but a different race, it's outside of the South Asian countries, but really in America in itself and a lot of European countries, that person of the other race, they're just going to have a greater niche appeal. More girls are going to be more attracted to them because at the end of the day, Indians are a minority. We have a certain niche appeal. Not saying we can't get white girls at all, but a lot of white girls just prefer a lot of these other races because that's just what they were grown up seeing more of. That's just the race that's been more common that they've grown up seeing. They've grown up seeing a lot more, you know, white dudes living in America. They've grown up seeing a lot more black dudes living in America. They've grown up seeing a lot more of these other races, right? They're not used to really hanging even around a lot of Indian guys, you know? And not saying that you can't get, you know, other races as an Indian guy. The concept, the whole point is that you're just going to have to work harder. You have to become a 6 at the very least to have a successful dating life in these other countries outside of South Asia. You have to, especially in America. Look around at other Indian guys that you see. How many times do you see an attractive white girl or an attractive Latina girl or an attractive girl basically of another race with an Indian guy, right? How many times do you see it? Indian guys dating, you know, other races, getting into relationships, right, with other races. It's the least common blend. Again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but if you're somebody who is into girls of like other races, if you're somebody who's into dating, you know, maybe white girls, right, you're going to have to work hard. There's no way out of it. Not saying you can't get white girls, right? You know, I've seen Indian guys get white girls, but I've also seen a lot of Indian guys get white girls who are even a couple points beneath them because they themselves are lacking. Yes, social skills are always going to be important, but the other half of the equation, right, in addition to that confidence and social skills, is your looks. You have to get your shit together, man. You have to put in the effort in your hygiene, your physique, your style, all of that as an Indian guy, because you're going to be left in the dust if you don't. The niche appeal outside of the South Asian countries, right, it is not in your favor as an Indian guy. That's just the way it is. And you know, instead of bitching, complaining about it, yeah, it sucks. Embrace that it sucks and work on yourself, work on your looks. You have to become a 6, man. You just have to become a 6. I'm a guy who's looks max. I've seen what happens when you put in the effort on all of that, you know. Just even a couple years ago, you know, I wasn't focused on style. I didn't have the best grooming, right? And usually when I'd go out, the choosing signals I've gotten from, you know, women were from women that were a couple points beneath me. But nowadays, right, I'm not saying I get choosing signals all the time, but when I do nowadays, I get them from girls who are around that same point level, around the 6s and 7s. It's gonna be a little bit harder, especially in a country in America, but it's definitely doable, man, if you just put in the effort. It's not that you're necessarily unattractive. It's just the fact that a lot of Indian guys out there just aren't putting in the effort. You know, I've seen it with family friends. I've seen it with other friends that I have that are Indian, you know, dressing like complete fucking slobs out there, not putting in any effort in their hygiene, man. Put in the fucking effort, hit the gym, do all of that stuff, put in the work, looks max the best you can, and I promise it will make a difference and you will definitely stand out, especially above your other Indian counterparts, man. So anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts below. Drop a comment, hit the subscribe button, drop a like. And if you want to know the best techniques in order to looks max as an Indian guy, be sure to check out this video right here as I give a huge detailed breakdown on a great looks maxing plan for you South Asian / Indian dudes out there. So anyways, I'll catch you all in the next video somewhere out here. Peace.